Do you ever start something and then think, I should really pee first? So. Hello everyone and welcome to another card video. My name is Koren Wiskman and I have some new goodies from the latest Gina K Designs release. So let me show you what I have to play with, and then I have a few cards I've been playing. I know how cheesy I am. This new 6x8 stamp set, and it has coordinating dies available, actually features a protea flower designed by Lisa Hetrick of Indigo Jade Art. I do have several cards to show you, but today we're going to make a strawberry out of this background stamp. I love how she combines solid and lined images, so you don't even have to color. I used the little heart on a stem and the actual milk glass bottle die on this one, and some sentiments from one of Emily's stamp sets. And this is the protea. I watercolored it. What do you guys think? This took me all day, you guys. I also stamped the solid flower image in the background. That's another way that you can use the lined and solid set stamps together. This is the card we're going to make today. I love how this turned out. It's super fun. It's a strawberry and some love. So we're going to make the strawberry card, okay? Because as soon as the stamp set came into the house, Tim saw it and was like, is that a strawberry? And I was looking at it like, what are you talking about? And then I saw it, okay? So I thought that was really creative. And I mentioned it to the designer, Lisa, of the stamp set, and she had no idea what I was talking about. I was like, I'm gonna make a strawberry. And Lisa was like, okay. I love her so much. So we're gonna make the strawberry card today. So the first thing I did for this card is I gathered some inks to make it look like a strawberry. It's not supposed to be a strawberry, just so you know. And it's supposed to be a decorative background, you know, an abstract, nice background, but we're going to make it into a strawberry. So we're going to do that with some Gina K inks. I have Red Hot, Fresh Asparagus, and Dark Chocolate here. And now I'm hungry. To make the strawberry, I first needed a mask. And it's easy to do this stamping with the MISTI. I have my mini MISTI here and a piece of Avery repositionable adhesive label sheet. I just cut it down to size and pop it in the MISTI. We're using the same green ink to make the mask as we're using to actually stamp the greenery because it's here. Why not? This doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be stamped so that I can fussy cut it in order to make the mask. Once I have it stamped on the label material, I then grabbed Neenah 110-pound cardstock. This is my favorite white cardstock. It's heavy, super heavy weight, and I'm trying to get a much better stamping impression at this point because this is the money, right? This is no longer the mask. You're stamping on the card panel. I wiped away a bit of that stem with the green and replaced it with the dark chocolate. So we're stamping the fresh asparagus leaves and the dark chocolate stem directly on to the panel where I think it should be in order for it to look like a strawberry. This was not easy to fussy cut because of the very thin stems, but really the style of the card, you really don't need to try that hard. So look at my terrible faces that I make while I fussy cut. Seriously, I think I hold my breath the whole time. I don't know why I hate it so much. Maybe I need fussy cut therapy to get through it. So now I am arranging the strawberry portion of this card. I'm using the Red Hot ink to stamp just a good amount of ink because it's a really solid image and I want it to look good. Again, this style of card really, you don't need to be perfect. We're not looking for perfection. I just want it to be as good as possible, I guess. And it's not. So let's try it again because we're using the MISTI. That's just fine. And when you pull off the mask, voila, it's beautiful. Strawberry. So I was watching Argita, and she had this really super cool fan brush that made these really super cool splatters. And I don't have a fan brush. So I've been trying to like really destroy this brush and just really destroy it. I was cutting into it and doing all kinds of things, thinking that maybe it would make good splatters. So that's what I did, and what happened was I got these really big splatters. I don't know if I'm going to be able to replicate this or not, but I loved it. I loved the way that it looked, especially because of the larger circles in the strawberry. So that's what I'm going to try to replicate, but I have very low hopes that it's actually going to happen. So we'll see. So you go for the same supplies, right? You go for the exact same technique you used when you first made the card if you're trying to replicate it, right? Well, I think I started to at the beginning here. Of course, I missed my card. I just completely missed. But I kept going thinking, more water, more water. But everything I tried was not working. Like, I was having a hard time even getting splatters on the card, let alone large splatters. So then I thought, okay, well, maybe I just used an obscene amount of water, although I don't remember doing that. I'm wearing the right shirt for today's video. I'm sick. I failed. I completely failed to replicate those big splatters. Also, if you hear the heater, I'm sorry. It's the sounds of winter. I used that brush. I don't know why I cannot replicate the large splatters. I mean, you could use a large brush to get large splatters with a lot of water, but I was using that brush. While my card is drying with the small splatters, I'm going to do the sentiment, and I have a fun product that is new to me called Sentiment Stock, and you can get it at Pearblossom Press, and it's just black cardstock, and it says coated black cardstock, perfect for heat embossed or gel pen sentiments with a white core. And that's what I liked about this. Usually good cardstock has a colored core, whatever the color of that cardstock, you want the core to be that color, right? This is fun because we all love the black and white sentiments, the contrast of a black and white sentiment. It's like no other. And this cardstock has a white core, so it almost highlights the white of your sentiment with the white core of the black cardstock. Does that make sense to you? If that makes sense to you, you're my people. Leave me a comment below. Okay? So this is a lighter weight. It's flimsier than most of my cardstocks, but it's just fine for sentiments. And I loaded it into my MISTI. It has a bit of a sheen. I don't want to say shiny because it's not shiny. It's a matte finish, but it has like a, I don't know. You should try it for yourself. I'm using Gina K Designs Watermark ink to stamp these XOXO and XXX sentiments on my sentiment stock here, and you can see how black it is. It's really quite interesting. It's a neat product, and I think I'm going to have fun making my sentiments with it. I'm using Gina K Designs Detail White Embossing Powder and just tapping off the excess like always. Even though it has a lighter weight, it held up perfectly fine to the heat of my heat tool. If there was any warping, it's because it just warps. Sometimes your paper warps when you're heating stuff. You kind of wiggle it back into shape and let it cool down, and there you go. I am cutting these into strips, but I'm really not trying to keep them straight. They're very wonky. That does not bother me at all. The sentiments themselves are not straight. They're very wonky. So I'm not trying to keep them straight. I don't care. I'm seriously pouting. I wanted the big drops. Seriously. I want your opinion, okay? Because I know it doesn't matter, okay? I know. But look how much better the big drops look. Why can't I replicate that? If you're consistent, big dropper, if you're a big dropper, if you can consistently create the large droplets for splatter, please let me know, because I'm having problems. I used adhesive foam squares to pop up my wonky sentiment strips in wonky fashion. And then I also used these black enamel dots. These are kind of irregular. They're from Stampin' Up. They're just matte black enamel dots. I'm gonna call this video the one with the droplet tantrum. Well, I like my first card better than the card we made today. That should come as no surprise. But it's not terrible. It's still a good card. I just really wish that I could have replicated the larger droplets. This set is very versatile. You can do all kinds of different things with it. You can even make a strawberry. So find me, find Gina K Designs on social media, and I love interacting with you in the comments, so please leave me a comment. It helps me, it helps the video, it helps our relationship. Boy, you are a trooper for making it to the very end. You are awesome. Thank you so much, and until next time. I love it when you call me Big Dropper.